But what about the kids?
Holla the baby.
But what about the kids?
Holla the baby. Holla the baby.
But what about the kids?
Holla the baby. Holla the baby.
I say what about the kids because I mean I see so many people worried about what the kids are gonna think about Lil Nas X. And I think this is only my second time talking about Lil Nas X on this platform, and that's on purpose. Um, Look here, I'm not a big fan of what he's doing. I think some of the shit he's doing is weird as hell if you ask me. You're acting pregnant. Okay, that's really weird, and you're gay and you make out your PDA all the time. Like, hey, gay or straight, I don't really care about your PDA. Um, and then you play the victim of being, oh my god, I'm being ridiculed for being gay all the time. You people are just like, hey, bro, look here. Here's the thing. Just like I say, what you got a First Amendment right. So do I. You have a right to voice something, and I have a right to voice how I feel about it. But here's the thing about Lil Nas X, and here's the thing about Boosie, who comments on Lil Nas X. Hey man, why do you care? How does what Lil Nas X do affect you? Like, why do you care about? Why do you care what I do? Why do you care what I do? Why do you care what I do? What about the kids? So we see these people who are just in a dizzy, dizzy about what Lil Nas X is doing. And I'm like, why? Why? Tell them that is human nature. Why? Why? Why does he do y'all that way? Why do y'all care so much about what he's doing? I mean, he ain't bothering me. He ain't changing the temperature in my room. He ain't putting no food on my table. He's not paying a bill in my account. So I don't understand why you care. Now, I can understand why you wouldn't like it, but when you start saying, well, what is about it he's going to do to the kids? Think about the kids' movies we watch, the kids' shows, and all of the adult references in those movies and shows. Think about, oh, we can watch Medea as a family, and that's Tyler Perry dressed up as a woman. We can watch Coming to America with all those curses, and Eddie Murphy dressed up as all these different people. We can watch the clumps, Hercules, 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 and all that's Eddie Murphy, and it's not a problem. Why? Because we like Eddie Murphy. But then when Lil Nas X does the same thing or does something similar, it bothers y'all. The problem is he's capitalizing off y'all being bothered by him. Do I think he's weird? Yes. Do I think he's doing more damage for the LGBTQ plus community than he's doing help? Yes, because I think he is exploiting who they are in order to keep his name in people's mouths. Pause. Right? That's what I think it is. But my thing is, for you people who are outraged by it, why do y'all give him the time of day? Like, why do y'all give him the time of day? Like, I don't understand why you ain't got to talk about him. You don't. If you don't talk about him, oh no, you do got to talk about him because he drives a number. He might respond to you because he's so hot, 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 hot. Y'all want to talk about him. So because you want to talk about him to drive your numbers up, see, that's where he got you. He got you by your he got you by your balls. But it ain't about the kids. And here's the thing about the kids, that the person who does not have kids, I'm going to tell you people how to treat your kids. I love coming on here and doing that, let me tell you. There is nothing better than being a person who doesn't have kids to come and tell people with kids what to do. That's a joke, guys. It's a joke. But from my non-kids having point of view, I'm like, don't let your kids watch it. Don't let your kids listen. And if you do, or if they find it, have the conversation. Be ready to talk to your kids about what it is that they've seen. If they're confused, why is this man pregnant? because he's a troll. He's trolling. He just wants attention because he wants us to listen to his album. So he's going to do things that make us talk, make us uncomfortable. And if what he does makes you uncomfortable, again, I say just block it out or figure out what you got going on that bothers you about something that really doesn't affect you. But let's not make the kids the reason why we're not okay with something. So often we like to say, well, what about the kids? The kids, they ain't gonna understand this. Well, hold on. Is it the kids' lack of understanding, or is it your inability to accept a behavior, accept a lifestyle that's different from yours? Because I lean on it makes you uncomfortable because the kid is probably not even paying attention to all of these little things, or if they are, they don't really care enough for it to shape how they move, shape how they act. Like, I mean, you don't want your kids consuming something that may be gay or trans, but you'll let your kid watch Paid in Full. You let your kid watch The Wire. You let your kid watch Power, right? So it's okay for your kid to watch things that embrace street life. It's okay for your kid to listen to gangster rap music, right? So they can talk about having sex with the bees and the hoes, right? It's okay for your kid to consume that, but it's not okay for your kid to consume something that's gay or trans. I think that we are exposed to a lot of things, but we're not going to be everything that we're exposed to. Like, I've met people on drugs. I'm not on drugs, right? I've met people with deep seated issues that I don't have. I've watched movies. I mean, I love cop shows, but nothing about me wants to be a cop. You know, like, and I agree that we are a product of our environment, but we are not everything that we see. We're not everything that we do. We're a bit more than that. We're our own human beings. So if your child is confronted with something that makes them uncomfortable, well, you try to get rid of that discomfort, or you help ease them through that time of discomfort. But if you're uncomfortable by something, don't put it on the kids. Just let us know that you're the one that's uncomfortable.